Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. As always, I am Banana Demon, and today we have a little bit of a request. So, Moni, this one's going to be for you. Today we are going to do the overkill version of Toilet City. So, what I mean by overkill, so these are not units that you actually have to have in order to do this. This is the actual script that I am currently running on. Hey, King, and one shot. What's going on, guys? Um, This is the script that I actually run. So when I'm doing this in my personal time, these are the units that I'm using. Obviously, these are not the units that I show all the time, but that's what we're doing. So with Tiny Task, obviously check your preferences, one time speed, continuous playback. My recording hotkey is always set to F8 and the playback is always set to F12. You can change those to your liking, but these work for me, so that's what I use. So let's see here. Obviously, yeah, today. So we're gonna go with the shiny octopus, the shiny turkey herder, futuristic G-man, which I do not have the shiny of. Actually, we do in the clan, just on a different account. Shiny POV and the shiny Titan printer. So when you get in here, obviously hit F8, start recording, skip this, get it out of here, and then we're gonna go ahead and auto skip. Now, with this map, you'll notice you're going to start pretty much in the same spot every time. Sometimes you have less space to your right. So keep that in mind. You're always going to have plenty of space to your left. Um, Always. And make sure, everybody, that you are trading these things. I need to get a better one on the turkey herder. It'd be cool if I could get it the 20% cooldown. And then we do have the mythic. I prefer the three-way, but some people like the 30-20. And then we do have the shiny POV that also has the mythic trait. And then I need to retrade this because I thought I had the mythic on him, but apparently I don't. So we've got enough money. We'll go ahead and place down the first VIP pretty much right on top of ourselves. After this, we're going to go place him in front of us. And then the third one will be behind us. We're going to end up putting some POVs over here to the right a little ways. And then most of our units are going to be kind of off here to the left once we get to it. So, octopus, right on top of us, move forward a little bit, and you've got plenty of room in front of you. So, don't just put it right when it turns green. Move it a little bit forward, place it down, and then you'll be able to do the same kind of thing when you're going to place it behind you. Again, make it red. As soon as it hits green, stop, move a little bit further, and then place them down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place the turkey herders off to the left of us a little bit because there's plenty of room over here. So again, green, a little bit to the right. And we've got one, two, three, and four. So you'll see we've got the three VIPs and the four turkey herders. From here, we're going to go with the POV. Now, obviously, the shiny printer is great to bring. I love that unit. He's one of my favorites, but it's not something that's actually needed. You don't have to have a second money unit for these, but it just makes things go a little bit quicker for me. And once you get used to the scripting, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. So we're gonna place the POV, spin him around. He's green, move him over a little bit, not too far, because you'll notice when these are placed sometimes your spawn point will be more to the right, kind of over here a little bit. So you don't want to place like the POV here, because then you're gonna try and end up placing him right on the road. So we'll slide over a little bit, make him green, a little bit more, and then you always want to place the POV forward first. And the reason for that is because then this little thing's going to pop up where you want to take control, which we're never going to do. But if you place it back here first, that will get in your way of trying to place the second unit. So we'll place down the second one, just kind of line them up a little bit back here, and boom. Now, with the printers, so what we're going to do is we're going to load them up. You can actually place these things right on top. The turkey herder has such a basically non-existent hitbox. It's crazy. But we're just going to bring them over a little bit. We're going to place one here. Now, what I want you to do, since we're on keyboard, just press A. Just hit the A. Don't hit the arrow keys. Just hit A. Bring them over a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to bring them. We're going to hit them again. And we're going to move them and make sure that you've got some space here. Okay. Place them down again. the A button. Just move them forward till about middle of this road right here. And then you're going to use your left arrow and just kind of space over a couple of times, right? G-Man. The G-Man has basically a non-existent hitbox as well. So we're just going to place one, say, right here. And then we'll hit another one. And if you can see, you can literally place them right on top of each other. But I generally don't do that. Move them over a little bit, give yourself enough space, and then place them down. So now you'll be able to see that we have our money units, the turkey herders, the POV, more money units, and the G-Man. Now, when you're using this many units and you're going to have to start scrolling down, what you want to do is don't use your mouse. Don't use the roller on your mouse, right? Actually click on this and drag it down. And then, in my opinion, do it a second time, just to make sure it gets down there. That way, like I said, everything is consistent. But I got to go back up here because I got to start upgrading these things. And I am going to fast forward this now until we get closer towards the end. So I will see you all in a few. things just touch base on while this is finishing up. As you'll notice when I'm upgrading units, I never upgrade a unit when I only have that amount of money to spend. You always want to give yourself a little bit of a buffer. That way you don't have to worry about if something doesn't place correctly, you're not having enough money for it. The Astro Duchess here is pretty much dead. So, and the reason I choose the G-Man over some of the other stuff is because it does have AoE. AoE, in my opinion, is going to be the best ability versus Splash or anything like that that you can use. And yeah, he's dead. So I apparently have a coin boost on, so I'm getting 3,000 coins, 5 of these shards that nobody uses anymore, 100 of the tokens or the tickets, which are actually really good if you're trying to get that other unit, and then 5 shards. Now, Moni, this is where you need to pay attention. So this is what we're looking for. Obviously that and the clan strength. So you're actually going to get 50 clan strength every time you beat this map. So obviously the recording's still going. You always kind of want to let it go a little bit longer. This is going a little bit longer than I would let it go by probably about 10 or 15 seconds. Probably ended around 20:45. And then you're going to hit play again, let the recording keep going because you want it to get into your next wave or the next time you're going to run it. So you're going to teleport right back into the map. It's going to immediately log you in there. Well, maybe not immediately, but eventually it's going to get you back in there. And then what's going to happen is you're going to let the recording go for a couple of seconds once you get into the map, maybe around 17 seconds. And then you're going to stop the recording. As you can see, I did. Save it. And let's see here. We're not going to name it speed because that's not right. And then just save it. And then it's all set. Gonna hit F12. It's going to start. And then obviously it's trying to hit that one thing that's gone already. And then auto skip. And as you can see, it's going to start playing again. So I'm not going to run through this again. It's going to run the exact same way as it did the first time. As you can see, we do have a little bit less room on the right-hand side, which is why I told you not to place the POVs too far off to the right. I am going to end this now. As you can see, it stopped. We are going to go back to the lobby here. And from here, this is pretty much where the script is going to end, or at least for me for right now. If any of you have any questions about scripting or would like to see something scripted or want to see a map beat in a certain way, just let me know. I placed a couple of videos out there recently about just trying to have a little bit of fun since these maps are, truthfully, getting a little bit stale. Um, like the mythics only, the spawners only. If somebody's scamming, apparently. Watch out for scammers, everybody. Don't ever give anybody your unit when they say that, oh, I'll give it right back to you. I'm doing it for a video. No actual YouTuber is going to do that. Um, they're never going to take your unit just for a video, just to give it right back to you. So be careful with your units. Be careful with your gems. Um, take care of the things that you've worked for. This is a game after all, and there are people that are going to try and exploit you. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, if you have any requests, feel free to let me know. But in the meantime, Moni, I hope this helps you out. And I appreciate, as always, every one of you stopping through and hanging out with me for a little while. And we will see you on the next one. Take care.